that he was sacred and big and important and honored long before this deck was here, long before these buildings were here. He appreciates the space and he appreciates the people who come to see him. He doesn't understand why people assume he's more important than anyone else around here. He's just part of it all, as we all are. I've met a lot of humble trees, but I've never met a tree who was like, I don't know why people think I'm spectacular. He says he's no more important than the oak tree over there or the pine down the road. He's definitely more important than the palm trees, though. He's native to this area. They were brought in. I'm going to ask him if he had one thing to tell the world. What would it be? That you are a sum of your parts. That every piece of you is what makes you you. And he notices humans come here, they self-deprecate, they come saying, this part of me is acceptable and this part of me is not acceptable. They come hating themselves and hating others. They try too hard to make other people think they're okay instead of being okay. And you are a sum of your parts. Meaning there is no part of you that is not divine. There is no part of you that is not wonderful. There is no part of you that doesn't make you who you are. And he says that's what humans have forgotten. It's not the shiny things you put on the internet that make you you. It's the things that you try to hide in the dark corners. Shame and guilt have no place in consciousness. Shame and guilt have no place in understanding who you are. Shame and guilt are what holds you back. He says that if you look at his branch, you'll see that there are pieces missing. There are all of these places that swirl together, all of these different pieces that make up the whole. It's not one singular thing that things affect or things happen to. It's a whole bunch of pieces that accumulate to one single effect. And it is important to understand that these are all lovely, they are all perfect, they are all wonderful. And if there are things that you do not enjoy, it is okay to let them go. But understand that it all makes up the whole. So many of you are trying to save the planet, trying to save the trees. But what you do not understand is while we may be slow growing, we were here long before you, and we will be here long after you. There are so many acorns in the ground that you don't even know exist, because our friends the squirrels bury them so we can be born, so we can grow. At this time, there's a lot of turmoil on our planet. And humans believe you are the only ones who can save it. You also believe you are the only ones that can affect it, that can be participatory in it, or that will come out of it. But if you're not careful, you will destroy yourselves, and yet we will still be here. Stop looking to save us. Start looking to save yourselves. We will be just fine. He says the thing is, your outside world is simply a reflection of your inside world. If you want to save the planet, save yourself. Clean up your own shit, and you will be amazed at how much better the world gets.